We're back out here rabbit hunting today. I know it's been a few days since we've been live, but we're turkey season's in. We ain't been able to hunt our normal spot every day, and a lot of the places we hunt ain't got no service. So we're back out here today with 6 dogs and had some pretty good running so far. So we'll go and see if we can jump another or two. We got a new dog with us today. Is Abby. She's right there, the black and white one. That's Rooster there beside her. We've had some pretty good running so far this morning. We got 6 dogs out here. A little cool this morning, but it's starting to warm up a little bit. Where turkey season's in, it's kind of hard on us doing live because we ain't been able to run up here every day. But it's I think it's just got this week and one more, and then it'll be over. Morning, how you feeling this morning? There's Train behind me. Mary Lou. We've had some pretty good running so far. Hopefully we can jump another one. I know we won't be back on here live next couple of days. Hopefully next week we can get a few days doing live in. I was hoping you was feeling better today. And we've got some new pups at home. I posted a couple videos of them the other day. I don't know if y'all seen them, but hopefully they're going to be some nice pups. They're sure pretty, I know that. They'll be 3 months old, 25th, so they still like a couple months before they actually start their training, but I turn them out just every now and then, let them get a little exercise. If it's pretty out this evening, I may turn them out this evening and take a video of them to post. Well, we ain't been hunting up here the last few days. They've been doing real good about jumping rabbits up here. We've kind of give it a break. I think we've already jumped about 3, maybe 4 this morning. So we hunted yesterday and done real good yesterday. I didn't do no live feed yesterday, but just recorded yesterday. We had some really good running yesterday. A lot of the little young rabbits are coming out now, so you have a few short races now. I think that's where they're coming up with these, they're hitting these tracks and not going nowhere, and that's some little young rabbits coming out. We seen one of them day before yesterday. Probably wasn't even half grown. But hopefully in the next few days we can get back to doing live feed so many days a week. Well, they're in a real spot right over in there to jump one. Then we got Mindy back with us today. we won't be able to hunt her just a few more times, and we'll have to put her up. She's gonna have pups, so hopefully she does good raising them, and we'll have them to train this fall. So hopefully we're gonna have several pups to train this fall, just of our own. Right there's Mindy, the one with the bobtail. We'll walk them on around through here, and hopefully they can jump one. That's Bean there. She's a pretty good little dog. She's an older dog. The last couple mornings have been pretty good mornings to having some pretty good races. Hopefully we can have some more this morning. Training them's right over that way. We got 4 here, and I think we got 2 right back over there. There's train open. Well, they've jumped enough. We'll walk back around this way so we can hear them a little better. Or he's opened on one anyway. He's trying to jump it if he ain't. I think the temperature's down in about 45 or something this morning when I started, but it feels like it's warmed up a little bit. Hopefully they can get that and straightened out that he opened on. I think he's just right over the bank right there. Yeah, he's just 40 yards. They're trying to figure it out. That rabbit's sitting right in here somewhere probably. That could be one of the little young rabbits. They have a time trying to run them. That's Bean there. I've been hearing a lot of turkeys gobble up here when we first get up here early in the mornings. Which I don't do no turkey hunting, but a lot of my buddies does. 2 of my buddies has done tagged out on turkeys this year. I think one of them that hunts up here, he still likes one turkey, so As many as I heard a gobbling this morning, they shouldn't have no trouble getting one. I guess they're pretty hard to hunt. I've never really done no turkey hunting. Well, they're having a terrible time with this track here. Hope you can hear them or not. There's some geese coming through there. They're hollering this morning. About to come right over top of us. I'm getting to think they ain't gonna figure this race out. We'll holler at them, take them on around two here. Here, tank, right here! Come on! Here comes two of them behind me. We're just wasting all morning on that one track. They can't figure it out. Right here! Like we can move them on around here and they can find one they can run. But they sure ain't doing no good on that one. But all the dogs been doing real good this morning. That's the Mindy dog I was talking about a while ago. It's gonna have pups. We'll walk them on around through here where we started a while ago, and hopefully they can jump one. You usually have some pretty good running over in here. I don't know what happened to them, why they couldn't figure that other one out. I don't know if it was just a little young rabbit, or they say they have trouble running the doe this time of year. They don't leave much scent. So I mean, it could have been either one, or they just could have been having trouble running that track. I don't know. We'll see how they do here. And I don't know if we're going to get two different dogs next week, because Rooster and Murray Lou's time's up, so I don't know if they'll go back, or if he'll send new ones, or if he'll send them back, leave me with them. Morning there. We're rabbit hunting this morning. We got 6 dogs out here trying to have a good rabbit race. We're in the USA, the state of Kentucky. Right here's a couple of the dogs, or 3 of the dogs coming. Morning, Jess. We had some pretty good running before I got on here, but I'm hoping we can jump another or two while we're on here. But you never know how your day's gonna go when you're out hunting. There were all right back over in there hunting right now. Well, all but a couple of them's right here. That's the Abbey dog I was talking about. They're having a terrible time trying to jump one. They was jumping them left and right before I got on here. Then now they can't find one. But hopefully we can jump one somewhere around here. They're hunting hard anyway. So I want to thank all y'all for being on here watching today. Hopefully we can get a race here before long. They're about 90 some yards just right over in there, so they ain't too far from us. Well, that's good. You're feeling better today. I figured by now we'd have a good race going. There comes Mary Lou back. Come on, right here. Take them on up around through here and see if they can jump one. I know there's plenty of rabbits in here. If I can just find one of them. I know one thing, that temperature, you can tell that temperature's coming up. It feels a lot better now than it did when I first turned them loose this morning. Usually do pretty good jumping one right back up in there or kind of right over in that area right there. Well, we'll see how they do. But all the dogs doing real good this morning. Hopefully they can get right over in there and find us a rabbit and have a good race. But they're hunting real good this morning. I had some real good races this morning before we went live, but surely we can have another one. I heard one of them holler there. Not sure which one that was. Train there. We might have a race here. I'm still struggling with it though. I think they've jumped him now. Probably gonna go over that little bank there and it's gonna be hard to hear them though. They're breaking down some, like, I think they've got him up, but that's where I think them little young rabbits are coming out. That or they jump them dog rabbits and they don't leave much scent this time of year, so they have trouble running them. They sure having a time trying to get it lined out though. They're around about 130 yards right back over in there. But hopefully next week we'll try to do a few days live too. I don't know exactly how many. I ain't even looked at the weather yet to see what kind of weather we're going to have next week. I know they're giving some rain the rest of this week, so Dave, that'll probably be my last day of running any this week. I can still hear them, but where they've dropped over that bank, it's hard to hear them. Hopefully, if we're lucky, they'll bring it back around through here. I think we're supposed to have some more pups coming for the lot, but they ain't never said when they was actually going to bring them, so I don't know when they'll get here. You hear that rooster dog still barking. He's just about 11 months old, and he's been doing real good. I figure my buddy will take him back this weekend. I'm not real sure. We've had him about a month now, maybe a few days over. And them two that's coming for the starting pen, once we get done starting them, we're supposed to start running them on the outside too, so we'll get to see them start from the start and actually come out and run too if they do good. Well, they're having a terrible time trying to run this one. Yeah, I was thinking they was giving rain the rest of the week, but I didn't know what next week was. I know I was thinking it's supposed to be warm, but I didn't know if it's supposed to rain or not. And we'll give the dogs a break next couple of days. Let them rest while it's raining, and hopefully it won't rain next week. We'll be back out here next week running. I think one of our dogs are coming back. They've either lost that one or put it in the hole one. Yeah, one of them's coming back. We might as well holler at the rest of them. Right here! Try to get them on one they can run. That wasn't a very good race at all there. Right here! There's 3 of our dogs back. So that race is over, or they just couldn't run it one. I don't know which one, but right here! There comes the rest of them. There's Train and Rooster. I think we're just missing one. Beans on one ain't come back yet. Right here! Right here! She's almost here now. Come on, right here! Put them down over in here and see if what kind of luck we have. Train, right here! We jumped one all the way across on this other side of this thicket when we come up here this morning. They may be able to jump another now there. Get in there, Train. That's usually a real good spot in there for them to jump one. But hopefully here in a few days we can get back to doing our live streams, so many days a week anyway. And hopefully one of these rabbits and stuff kind of get through this mating stage. And these little young rabbits start getting big enough to run, we can have some pretty good running. But that's part of hunting. Some days you have some really good running and other days you don't. My buddy and them's going to a field trial this weekend. They're wanting me to go with them. I ain't really made up my mind if I'm going or not. But we may go and try it out. I ain't real sure. I've used to field trial a lot, but I've never went to the one that they're going to. They run in Little Pack and NKC. I've never hunted it. I've always hunted UKC or PKC. And we may go and try it. I'm not real sure. I don't want to say I am if I don't know what I'm going to get into Saturday. And plus they're giving rain too, so. Right over in there should be a real spot for him to jump on. If I go, I'll probably take train with me. Get in there. They get on over in there, they may accidentally jump on here. I sprayed them all yesterday evening for ticks and fleas and stuff. It's a job trying to keep all the ticks and stuff off of them. I sprayed all them, then sprayed all their kennels. The rest of the summer, I'll probably start spraying all their kennels and stuff at least every couple weeks, once or twice a month anyway. And that helps keeps the ticks and stuff down a lot, just keeping their kennels sprayed. And a lot of times we'll give them a flea and tick pill, and that usually keeps yeah, I'd say so. We're hoping that spray I sprayed all their kennels with and stuff, which I've used it a lot, will help them with their ticks and fleas and stuff. But yeah, I'd say there's a lot up here, honey. And I figured they'd jump a rabbit right over in here somewhere. Now they're hunting good, just they're having trouble trying to find one. I figured sure they'd jump one right over in here somewhere. But it's a real place for his brawlers and stuff for one to be a setting. I've jumped several out of here before, so I know it's a good spot for them to be. I think Train's right over there. I was wondering where he was at. I should have. I don't know why it's getting blurry. I'm running on the AT&T service, but sometimes I think it does that after I've been on here a while. I'm not real sure. Is it real bad or? Maybe we're driving around these trees and stuff here and try to go the other way and see if that helps it. Let me check my connection. I'm on AT&T. I don't know if that helped it or not, but I checked it. But I'm on AT&T. It should have good service up here, which they may be having trouble with their service. Yeah, it reconnected there, so. I figured sure they'd jump right over in here, but now they ain't having much luck. Trying to get through these Briars without getting tore up. They're hunting hard right in there, so I'm hoping they'll finally jump one right in here somewhere. We've been on here for 38 minutes and still ain't had a real good race. We jumped that one up there a while ago, but it wasn't a good race. But that's about the way my luck goes when we get on live. They have a terrible time trying to jump one, and before you go live, they'll be jumping them every time you turn around. Now they're hunting hard, but they're having a terrible time trying to find one. Maybe they'll get lucky. We'll get lucky here in a minute and they'll jump one up here. Just training them here. We'll walk them right down through here and around and see how good, if they can find one or not. Which I enjoy taking it up, being out here with the dogs. So, I mean, if we have good running or if we don't, but I like to have a few good races when we're doing live anyway. I usually try to run 4 or 5 days a week if the weather will let me. You know, the weather don't always cooperate, so you never know how what the weather's going to do. Especially where we're in Kentucky, it changes from day to day. do appreciate y'all being on here watching today, and hopefully we can find a rabbit before we get off here and have a decent race. Now the dogs are hunting. I mean, they're doing good this morning. They just having a terrible time trying to find one. We're hoping later on a few of these other females comes in and we can put one of them with train and have some pups out of train. Martha's at home. We won't be breeding her to train because she's half sister to him, so we'll probably breed her to the same dog we bred Mindy to, or maybe breed her to a different one. I ain't really sure when she comes in. I know we're gonna breed Bean to train and see what kind of pups we get there. Then if the little Rose dog comes in heat, we're gonna breed her to train. They should make some good pups. I didn't bring Rose today. I left her at home and left Martha at home and brought these other dogs. But hopefully we can get some more of them to come in and we can have several pups this fall to train. A lot of my dogs is out of the butcher dog. That's the one I said it's going to be having pups for long, so we won't be able to hunt her a whole lot more. I'll have to look at her due date when she's due, but may hunt her next week, then that may be all she gets hunted until after she has pups. I don't want to run her too much, her going to have pups. I've heard some people say it don't hurt them. You can run them right up till they're ready to have pups, and it's good for them. I don't like to run them when they start getting heavy with pups. I'm afraid they'll hurt the pups. They're all hunting right around here close to us, but they just ain't having no luck of jumping one. Get in there, train. That would be a good spot right in there for them to jump one. And we sure ain't having much luck of jumping one today. It was good running I was having before we got on here this morning. I thought sure we'd have a good morning on live, but they ain't done no good since we've turned the live on. one thing, that sun sure feels good. I'd say it's warmed up 10 to 15 degrees since this morning. They're hunting right back over in there. We'll give them a few minutes and see if they can jump one out of there. Walk down here by this corner of this fence row. A lot of times they jump one right in there. Right here. We'll put them down here and see if they can jump that one. Usually if they don't jump one right out in there, a lot of times they jump one right up in there. We'll let them hunt that right over in there for a second, then I'll holler at them and put them up here inside this fence row. See what kind of luck we have. The dogs are hunting good. They're hunting hard. They just having a terrible time trying to jump one. Train, right here. Get in here. Right here. Put him up in here and see if he can do any good. Get in here, Train. Abby went up through there. A lot of times they do good at jumping one right in here. Get in there. I don't know what kind of luck we'll have them with jumping one in there today, but a lot of times they jump one right up in there. There's the Abby dog. There's Train. Get in there, Train. They're going to get out of the bottom if they want to jump one. Get in there, Train. Which I say that, but I have seen them early in the morning jump them out of that grass. They'd be out there eating, but usually this time of day, they got to get in the brush to jump one. Train's going right in there where they normally jump that one, but they don't mean it's sitting there today. We'll give them a few minutes and see if they can do any good there or not. It ain't looking good anyway. But I do appreciate all y'all being on here watching today. I do apologize that we ain't had no good running, but that's part of hunting though. Some days you do good and some days you don't. But I don't think today's one of them days that we're going to do good on here. Because usually by now they'd done jumped one out there. Yeah, we might as well take them on back up towards this fence row and see if they jump one on the way towards the truck. We ain't doing much good here. Right here! Right here! Come on, right here! There's a train. The rest of them should come on. Come on, right here! Come on, train. Right here! We'll walk them back up this way. This way I go back to the truck, so we'll see if they jump one on the way up through here. I wish we'd had some better running on here this morning, but some days you don't. Had some good running before I got on here this morning. I may have to start doing the live feed earlier. I don't know. I mean, most time we usually have one or two good races anyway, but we ain't had it today. There's 4 of the dogs. Looks like the other 2's out that way. Come on, right here! They're all coming. We'll walk them up through here and see if they jump one on the way towards the truck. This one little spot up here is usually a pretty good spot to jump one. But they jumped one in there. No, they didn't. I started to say they jumped one there this morning, but they jumped that one this morning right over in there, so we may have a chance of them jumping one up here. I've had some pretty good races up here, so hopefully we can get lucky and jump one up here this morning. Come on, right here. Get them right up here and we'll let them hunt that little spot out right up here. and see what they do. We ain't had much luck of hunting this morning, I know that. Or since we've been live. I had some good running this morning before we went live, but it ain't been no good since we've been on live. I jumped one rabbit and didn't have much of a race out of it. A lot of times we jump some right in here. It's usually a pretty good spot. Get in here. Right here. Get in here, Train. Let's see if they can jump one there. I was hoping we'd have at least one good race. But hopefully next time we're live we'll have a lot better running. We'll try to be back on here live some next week. Hopefully Monday, but I don't want to promise that because I don't know what the weather's going to be doing. Get in here, Train. Right here. Get in there, Bean. And I know we'll do some live next week, but I just ain't sure what days. Now, there's plenty of rabbits up here. We're just not having the best luck there was today. Right here. Get in here. Right here. A lot of times we jump one right in here too. Train right here. And all the dogs is hunting good today, but now they just ain't had no luck of having a good race. They act like they smell one there. There's Train. We'll see if they can jump one here before we leave. I do want to thank all y'all again for being on here with us today. I do wish we'd had some better running, but hopefully the next time we will. But that's usually a real good spot right in there for them to jump one, but they ain't having much luck today, I know that. But we've had bad days before, so. Like I said, I had some good running. Probably jumped. I think I jumped about 4. Might have been 5. I think it was about 4 for 3 or 4 before we got on live this morning, and had some. Most of them was pretty good races. One of them they struggled a little bit running it, but most of them was pretty good running. But now they ain't having no luck here neither. Get in there, Trey. We'll give them a second to jump one right in there, and if they don't jump one right in here in the next little bit, we'll call it a day. And it ain't looking like it, so. Well, I think we'll call it a day here, but I do thank y'all for being on here watching. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. We'll try to be on here some next week and do some live, and hopefully we have some better running then than we did today. But I do appreciate all y'all. Well, there went a rabbit, so Rooster just jumped it, so we'll hold off a second on ending the thing. I was about to end it too quick. At least we're going to get a decent race right on the end of it anyway. Now that's the kind of race we was looking for. There's the rabbit coming up the trail. We went across through that fence right there. They're sounding good there. They overrun it though. They're going to come up the road here. Unless they was 2, they're going the wrong way. They try to outrun each other sometimes and do that. Well, evidently that rabbit either went back down that way or there's another. So we seen that one come up through the path here and go through the fence there. I'd say it was 2 of them together. At least we've had a pretty good race before we get off here this morning. I was getting to think we wasn't going to. Sound like they broke down now. So yes, now we'll end the live feed, but just again, just thank everyone for being on here watching today. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and hit that like button, and hopefully we can be back on here next week and have some pretty good running next week. But I just thank all y'all for being on here watching today, and I'll see you next week. Hopefully we can have some good running in. Thank y'all.